Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Aakriti, and this is Curiously Chatty, episode 1. And I am sitting with my friend here.
Hi guys, my name is Chrystal.
So, in this episode, we will basically talk about what we wanted to figure out till now and what we are at. Basically, it's an episode where we talk about our expectations as a child and what is our reality as of now. I think it will be a quite interesting episode. What do you think,
I
Crystal?
think so. I think
I don't want to end up crying.
hey man, we never know what we unlock in this.
Yeah, for episode 1, I think we have taken quite a challenging.
Yeah, it feels pretty deep.
Yeah.
थोड़ा भारी है.
Okay, so let's start with introducing ourselves a bit. You want to go first?
Okay. So yeah, as you guys know, my name is Chrystal. I've been a professional designer for the last 10 years of my life. When I say a designer, I mean I used to design all sorts of web related things, so UI. I used to build interfaces, etc. My main bread and butter was visual communications. So I used to make boring data look fancy in like tantalizing words. Yes. So that was good part of my life, and now I'm on, you can say, like a little bit of a hiatus. I am focusing on myself. I am now fully into my graphic designing, illustration side of me. I wanted to give that prime focus, see where that can take me to.
Businesswoman of the year
I want to
2025.
be my own boss, girl. And follow me, catch me, and see what I have in store. I have big things planned, so yeah.
We can link your Instagram page here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Find it in the links.
Somewhere in the box itself
yeah.
and also in the description box.
Yeah.
Or the first comment.
Mm-hmm.
Where it is most visible for you guys.
Yeah.
So then for me, hi again, I'm Aakriti, and currently I'm working as a management consultant. It's a very boring job.
No.
It is. But apart from that, I'm also in a phase of figuring out what I really want to do. I don't hate my job, but then I'm in a phase where I want to do something which excites me more. Also, I hail from Lucknow. That's my hometown, and currently we both live in Bangalore. So, and hence we are friends as well because we live very close.
Very close.
So, with that little introduction, let's just talk about. Okay, so my first thing would be to know, while growing up, what were your expectations when it comes to people around you? Like, then I say, मैं जब छोटी थी, I thought कि it will be really cool to grow up, and I really wanted to grow up as soon as possible. Like, one of the examples that I can give you is मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि बड़े लोग बाल खोल के बैठ सकते, like you can see. And that's the only
reason you wanted to grow up.
Yeah. I was not. My mother used to put this mushroom cut hairstyle. Okay, so I thought I want long hair and I can open it and go. Yeah. You can.
Guys, aspirations, guys.
At least one thing I have achieved is I can open my hair. And
she has the full will to sit in the house with the hair open.
Yeah.
As
now I can sit.
Woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
I mean, I don't know if I was that aspirational. I think maybe when I to some extent was looking forward to growing up, I had a difficult childhood, and most of my life, I think I had to figure out a bit on my own. You know, I don't think I really had much of a chance growing up to form like a proper personality, and I think I left a lot of that personality formation in these years now. So I think I'm a much more interesting person, to interact with, to be around now than I was perhaps when I was much younger. So I think when I was growing up, I think was looking forward to that space for me to, explore and like
Not
see.
judged.
Yeah, just like a space for Crystal, so that Crystal could figure out who she is, what she likes, what does she not like, what are her interests. Like as a kid, I tried everything under the sun. Like name it, any hobby, I tried that. I was very into crafts. I was very into arts. I was a sports person. I did everything because I was like, yeah, it could be something I'm really into. Because a lot of people have this thing where they have like a calling in life, like the thing that they're really good at. Like, one person will be like really good at maths or really good at sports or like really good at singing. I was like okay in everything. Like
Relatable.
ठीक है. ठीक है, mid ही था. Like, nothing more than that. But I just want to know what I was really good at. So I would just keep trying different things. And yeah, I think I just wanted to work. I thought working gave people a lot of freedom.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to work a lot. Like I wanted to grow up till I could try a different job, like try a job and see how it felt like to earn money and like work. So I think that was the thing I really looked forward to when I was young.
Wow.
Just working.
At least you tried a lot of things. But then I can relate to this thing of space, of what you think you are or what you want to be, right? Because I grew up in a joint family setup, and somehow your personality is your family's personality.
Yeah, you're a big old reflection of everybody in your house. Like
Yeah.
you don't really have, and if you're younger, like if you're the youngest person,
I was the youngest.
same
yeah.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why it's
that's why,
relatable.
yeah.
We don't have personalities
So
growing up.
yeah, you just either you took on your siblings' personality,
Yeah.
or whoever else was slightly older to you personality.
I was my mother. And then there was a phase where I didn't want to be like my parents at all. मतलब एक समय तक मेरे को लगता था कि anything I want to do, I don't want to be like them. Now I'm out of it. I think it's they did their best. But growing up, I was like, oh no, ये तो मैं कभी नहीं करूँगी. नहीं. And for me, it was little weird because I was the youngest in the family I was living in, but in the bigger family, because हम लखनऊ रहते थे and my relatives, all my relatives are in Lucknow basically. So in cousins, I was the eldest sister.
Acha.
Okay. And one of my cousin, shout out Dia, she thinks that I was a bully. No, she's wrong. But most of the time I was not able to figure out who am I. I always loved dancing, I remember. And you will be surprised to know that I never danced in my school. Never danced in my school.
What
on
are you
stage.
saying?
Yeah.
It sounds insane, guys. She dances so well. I'm shocked. Oh, I'm shocked. What is this?
And this is my... Okay, I should not be... I will use better words. These are my teachers. I don't know. I don't know if you relate, but whenever you watch some series or a movie where there's a very good teacher, like a Tari Zameen Par, okay, or a web series that I recently watched, on YouTube. It is from TVF. It's Sapne versus Everyone. I don't know if you have seen that.
I just heard about it, but I haven't
It's
seen it.
really good, guys. If you can also watch that. And there's a very good teacher who, you know, basically helps you to dream in life. I never had that teacher. मेरे को नहीं पता इनको कहाँ से idea आ रहा है. I don't know anyone who has a teacher like that, because I don't know. I moved from Pune to Lucknow, and my Hindi was very bad.
Acha.
Okay. Because मराठी बोलते थे, so not very bad. Like I घर पे सब हिंदी बोलते हैं, so my Hindi is okay, but school के according it was not good. Like the written Hindi तो I didn't know only, and I was in second class. I didn't know kakha gaga. So, so my teachers were like very rude. Like, I'm sorry, but they were not nice to me, and maybe because my personality was a little not girly, because I grew up with elder brothers as well, so they somehow thought that maybe I'm not pretty enough to be on stage. Yeah, but that's the reality. I never danced on a stage in like 10 years in my school.
I'm like, yeah, words, no. Yeah, what?
Yeah, and then everyone was like, "Yeah, Aakriti itna bolti hai, Aakriti itna bolti hai," but excuse me, you guys are bad. Just starting of the podcast, and that's a senti story to share.
No, but I mean, that's so sad that your teachers didn't give you that opportunity. And guys, she's an amazing dancer. So I don't know. This feels like a missed opportunity on their part. Their loss.
Their loss, for sure.
Yeah.
I live in a big old city now. All you can be is mean.
Yes.
For the Swifties out there. Okay, any experience? What were your experiences with teacher? Like, did you had a Tare Zambi Par type ka teacher growing up?
So I had like a very, very weird education, my like life, my whole, growing up. When I was very young, I thought I was like very confident as like a tiny, primary kid. I thought I had like good confidence.
Because you were trying so many things. I think
I gave
a
no
very good thing.
I gave no Fs. I think my biggest motivators were people at home, like my grandmom and my mom. They would always like push me to try out elocution or like poem recitals and things like that, because I don't know. I don't know if you can believe it or not. I had a bit of a speech impediment as a kid. I used to struggle a bit with my speech. I had difficulties putting together my sentences and things like that. So for a good couple of months of my life, I think I remember I went to like a speech therapist. Yeah, to like help me out with putting my words together and like making sure I can enunciate and things like that. So I think it helped me quite a bit. But,
yeah, for sure.
I had a little bit of this around that at that time, because obviously if you have a difficulty in something, you feel a little shy about it, or you feel a little embarrassed that you're not able to. But people at home used to keep pushing me, like, go try, speak in front of people, like don't ever get stage fear and stuff like that. So yeah, I remember as a kid doing a lot of spoken stuff. I used to like performing as well. I did get opportunities.
Touch wood. Not every kid.
I did get opportunities.
Not jealous, Chrystal.
But I don't think I really had any teacher that really like pushed me to like try something new or anything like that. But if you're talking about teachers, when I was in the 7th standard, I shifted schools because I was being bullied in my previous school. I was being bullied so much that I would come home crying every day. And yeah, I hated my school life because of that. I hated it so much. And
Kids can be mean.
kids can be ruthless.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a myth कि भाई बच्चे स्वीट होते नहीं होते.
नहीं बिल्कुल भी नहीं होते. They are little monsters,
They are-
demons,
Yeah, true.
devil incarnate. The worst things on. But
So much hatred about kids.
oh my god, especially the kids that I dealt with as a
हाँ,
child.
kids
Oh
to
my
kids are monsters.
Yeah.
I don't know, but they were. I agree.
yeah, they were terrible. So my mom decided to shift my schools, and I went.
That's also when you started your teenage, right?
Yeah,
Seventh, eighth,
seventh standard. So
yeah,
what would I-
eighth we become a teenager, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think my mom was like, "It's I can't deal with this. हो गया." Like बहुत रो रही ना.
Yeah.
Like I need you to not be crying every single day.
Yeah.
So she was a teacher. So
Ah,
she took me to her school. So I think my mother's school, I don't really think it was any teacher in particular, but that school, it really helped me become like this wonderful person. Like
Oh.
it allowed me to try so many different things. I was able to try out sports. I was able to try out art related things. I was able to explore all sides of myself, to be honest. That school, though it was like this government school and all, it was amazing. The teachers were nice.
Mm.
Opportunities were great. So I think I as a kid I was able to like really try to be like, you know, the version of a self that I wanted to be.
Yeah, you can explore
Yeah, in the
options.
yeah, like they did not
Push you back.
yeah, they
Yeah.
were like encouraging enough.
Yeah.
They were like, yeah, try, do, what's the worst that can happen. So I was always very happy about that. In hindsight I'm like,
Yeah, you got a better high school life than me for sure.
yeah,
Or which is good, but I think a lot of things that happened to you is also because you had the, I don't know, maybe the courage or that intelligence to tell everything that is happening to your mother. I think most of the kids don't do
Yeah,
that,
that's
and
that's a big thing. Yeah,
yeah.
I mean I don't
So
think
you have to ask for help.
Yeah.
I realized it quite late in life, so
I don't think I was like, as a kid obviously you do keep things from your parents because whatever, right? You have something that you're like, oh, I don't want to tell my parents this. What's the reason? Who knows? But you're just like,
yeah. But tell your parents.
yeah, better, you better, yeah.
Or your elder sibling if you guys are
Some
close.
cousins, anybody, like,
Anyone.
yeah, because
It helps.
but somebody you can trust. Yeah.
For sure, yeah. Not random people or random relatives,
Yeah.
I will say. But
Yeah,
if you're
for sure.
close to a relative, like by close I mean close enough to trust them, not to use it against you.
Yeah.
And they share their part with you as well. I think that's the first thing too. Because तूने मेरा बताया तो मैं तेरा no. Basically, you trust them enough so that they don't share your information or use it against you.
Yeah.
Especially as a girl, I think it's important.
It's very important. Yeah. You know who your allies are. And I think, yeah, I mean, I did, that's another thing, you know, I grew up with like two strong female figures in my house, my grandmother and my mother.
Yeah.
So I think I had enough of courage to like tell them things, but also I was like, I couldn't hide my emotions. I was like one tiny child, like, you know, someone bullying me. I was like,
But that's still nice because, okay, so I think worst time I also relate to you when it comes to I don't miss my school life.
yeah,
No, it was not fun.
same. I don't miss it either.
I don't want it back. It's
Yeah.
okay. That is one part of growing up I like. I don't have to go to school.
Exactly. Yeah,
Because,
I agree.
Because there are always in school there will always be people who are popular, and then there are average students, and then there are backbenchers backbenchers खुश रहते हैं because they really don't care.
Yeah.
The popular ones are enjoying the limelight that they are getting,
Yeah.
all the love from teachers and fellow students as well. The beach wala students like me, we are just figuring out, right? I had good friends, like one thing I'm lucky, ki not post 8th, I will say, like जब high school शुरू होता है, I made really good friends, and they are still my friends. So okay, that is the good part that I had in school. So I love my friends from school for sure. Because somehow they were the only reason I go, I even chose to go. मैं bunk कर लेती पर मैं जाती थी because they were there, and they knew कि अच्छा, if she cries so they will close the classroom. You cry. We never discussed it then. We discuss it now, but not when we were basically 13 or 14. But so I had good friends, like high school mein I had really nice friends.
That's nice.
Which is a good plus point, that
Yeah.
the only good thing about my school life is my school friends. Love you guys. But uske alawa teachers, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
no. I know there were few good teachers, but maybe I never had a chance to be in their class.
Yeah.
Or somehow that relationship never worked out for me, like a student teacher relationship. Because also, yeah, another thing is, I shared my school with my elder brother, and he was quite intelligent. He still is, or he believes so. मतलब ठीक है, मतलब he was better in studies for sure. And so there were a lot of comparison when we were in PTMs, and most of the teachers were, why are you not doing as good as him? But thankfully my mother never made that comparison, thankfully.
Nice.
Yeah, but then in school it was always there, right? Because every parent teacher meeting would be like, oh, Akar is so good in chemistry. Aakriti, excuse me, you're a teacher, you cannot be acting like a, I'm just using a random subject to be very clear, but then you cannot be acting like a, this vamp. I clearly don't like my teachers.
Clearly, there is a lot of
Well, they
trauma
were not
around
sweet
it.
to me. And what was the most irritating point is these. Hey,
Yeah.
if you're a rude person, it's okay to be rude and
Be
stick to
rude
everyone.
to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't mind that.
Have a personality that follows through.
Yeah, that's okay. Because I remember there was a teacher. She was our maths teacher. She was a very strict teacher, but she was strict to everyone. I don't hate her. I think I really liked her because she was equal. So जो बच्चा first आ रहा है, जो बच्चा last आ रहा है, fail हो रहा है, she was strict to everyone. She wanted homework from everyone. So वो I really liked about her. I have no ill feelings, or या जो भी है, मेरे मन में कुछ खराब नहीं है उनको लेके.
Yeah.
But then there are few teachers who were like too sweet to certain students and too rude with.
I hated that.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. Biasness, na? It teaches you biasness at a very young age.
Yeah, and why teach that to little kids, right?
Yeah, and especially teenagers, it kills your confidence.
So much. You don't even want to try.
Yeah.
You don't even want to be like, oh, maybe I can do it.
No.
Yeah.
I think the first time that you become conscious about the way you look, the way you talk, or is when you are in school. And
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think I had my first like proper taste of it. It's still like a little bit of a
yeah.
memory. I remember it was for my 10th farewell.
Okay.
So I don't know if it happened for you, but in our batch, till our batch, I think until maybe a batch after that, you were allowed to like come in colored clothes, like you could like wear like a nice dress or something like that, and come for your farewell, right? And again, like I mentioned, I didn't have like a very, I had a little difficult childhood, as you know. So I never really had a lot of nice new clothes. Now, for my 10th farewell, my uncle was like, let me get you like a nice dress.
New dress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, new dress. Wow, amazing. I've never, and this is like, a little older me.
Yeah.
So I wanted like a nice dress. I was like, okay, like a nice gown or something that's,
Yeah, for a farewell, yeah.
yeah, and I wanted something. And we went to this shop, I remember, with my mom. We went out to try out different things. And it was this beautiful black and red, short gown, like not very short, obviously.
Hmm.
I was a young child, but it was like a nice short, like
Knee length.
knee
Huh,
length
okay. Yeah.
frock, and it was a strapless one though,
Hmm.
but it was not vulgar or anything. It was like a very beautiful, nice.
Yeah, for a
Classy.
kid, you were just in 10th, right?
Yeah,
That is
I was
15-year-old.
15 years old, yeah.
Yeah,
And it
that's
was,
fine.
and it was so pretty, and it was this nice jacquard, black and red. It did this ombre sort of
You
thing.
have it now?
Maybe I
Yeah.
think it's still at
You should
home.
keep
Maybe,
it.
yeah. It was so beautiful, and obviously, since it was sleeveless and all, to be a little modest and all, I worn this nice cape over it.
Okay.
It's just one of those net capes.
Capes
right?
that come, yeah.
So I'd worn this nice net
Yeah.
cape.
Because
and
in
all.
school they generally don't allow, right?
Yeah, so I put this nice net cape and all, and it was looking so pretty. I thought when I dressed up, I looked so pretty. I thought I looked amazing.
And that is the only thing you should care about.
I wish that was the only memory I have of it.
But that is something we didn't knew, na, when we
Yeah.
were growing up.
Yeah. I mean, nobody told me this. Nobody, like, maybe gave me that pre-warning. But I remember I went to the day I dressed up. I felt I looked so pretty. I went to school, and then since I think for that time it was maybe pretty forward the way I dressed and all. I think other girls maybe weren't as
Yeah.
dressed up as I was, perhaps.
Mm.
And I remember there was this one nun, this one teacher nun who, ooh,
Sisters.
who
I also studied in a convent school. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
she gave me grief about it. She cribbed and complained to my mother, and my poor mother didn't know how to react at that point. And she was also frazzled by the whole thing. And I was like so confused about how I should feel about
But like,
it.
this happened before you entered your farewell, or when you were going
So this was like I'd entered the school
Acha,
and
okay.
everything, and
Before the whole function began.
yeah, and
Okay.
everybody, then she started, like, my mother was so frazzled by it all. She didn't know how to react, because this was the first time someone was saying something like this about her daughter and all. And I just
Just because of the dress she
Just
made.
because of
Oh,
the dress, yeah.
crazy.
And I didn't know what to feel, and I was feeling like maybe I did something wrong in, like, wanting to wear this. Like, was it my mistake? Like, as a child, you don't know,
Yeah,
right,
but
what
then
to
that's
feel.
the first thought that comes in
Yeah, and
also.
then I felt so conscious. Like, am I showing too much skin? Is my body looking too, like,
Adult.
yeah, like too vulgar?
Yeah.
What, like, all these unshown thoughts start coming into your
Yeah, yeah.
mind. And then I was just like, I remember being so traumatized in that moment. I couldn't really enjoy my farewell, and I was. And when you're growing up,
Maybe
right?
you were looking the prettiest.
Hey, I probably was, but did this lady let me feel it? No. and I was the head girl also, so you can imagine.
Oh, wow.
I could not even
Yeah, enjoy
that
yeah,
perk of being a head girl in the 10th,
looking
and,
the
like,
prettiest. I know some teachers.
Yeah, so I mean, I think that was also one of the.
And I wonder, I'm not sure, you were in a co-ed school?
Yeah.
Okay. So, because one thing I noticed about some female teachers, not all, like some of them were not like this, but some of them are always moral policing the girls.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And they will be like best friends with the the boys, like
Yeah.
even the naughtier ones,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But they also would have they are versions of the ideal girl
Yeah.
that they would be like obsessed with.
They want many versions of them.
Yeah, like the ones who are like maybe extra sanskari,
Yeah.
or like extra, like, goody two shoe types,
Yeah.
right? They would make them like the pinnacle of, properness.
The best girl ever.
Yeah, which there was a couple of girls that they used to like talk about, like, oh my god, this girl,
Yeah.
you
I
should
had
be
few
like
in my
this
class
girl.
too.
Yeah, I mean, but I knew from a young age I didn't want to be like someone else. I knew I had my own personality. It's just that
I
circumstances.
like that about you. For me, I knew that I cannot be these girls.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that in a demeaning way. I love people who can carry themselves and who are always proper all the time. But somehow you know that it is not your capability. You just don't fit in that wala
Yeah.
criteria, mein, right?
Yeah, and you don't
So-
need to. It's
Yeah.
just one of the different personalities.
For me, this realization actually happened when I went to college. And my life like drastically changed. So I hate my school life, but I love my college life. Because and surprisingly my graduation college was a fully girls residential college.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I know. One big episode there too.
Yeah, I was just going to say, how did you survive that? That sounds
I had a
intense.
lovely roommate too.
Oh, then that's nice.
The only touchwood again, bhai, the only thing that I'm lucky in life about, and all the nazars should not boo boo boo. Sorry. So I have been lucky when it comes to friends. So
That's
I had really nice roommates. So
That's nice.
it was a fun college because these girls were girly girls, my roommates, and they didn't unlike what happened, or maybe it was just in my head also, but then they were very uplifting girls as well. So if I didn't know how to put eyeliner, they will like do it for me
you,
first
yeah.
and then get dress up and never ever complain about it. So
Wow.
wow, like,
Wow,
so
yeah.
when I went to graduation, it was a different world altogether, because there were first time in my life, and I realize it now, and not during my school. Yeah, like, not even during my college I realized it, but now when I look back into that time, I realized that was the first time in my life when I saw a woman uplifting another
Other
woman.
women? That's
And there was
amazing.
not jealousy there. It was like pure intentions.
That's so rare. That's so rare.
So rare.
Yeah.
Right?
I would think, like, it being an all girls school, you would not find that.
It was just the opposite for me.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And and I did a co-ed school and co-ed post-graduation.
Gotcha. Okay.
And surprisingly, the sweetest girls that I got was during my graduation. It's weird.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean कि वहाँ कलेश नहीं होते थे. Please, 600 लड़कियाँ एक hostel में कलेश is wow.
Bound to happen.
But then there were really nice people also. मतलब, like, even if the rival group, there were like two gangs. तो उसमें rival group में भी I used to notice कि they were also very supportive towards each other, which never happened when I was in school. Matlab, and because 80% of the times it's women teacher that you get, and I wonder, I it might have changed now. I don't know.
Hey, it's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
So I don't know how the Gen Z will react to this, but some of the female teachers I thought were like too competitive. Were like थोड़ा competitive with the kids only. मतलब
अच्छा.
आप teacher हो यार, आप बच्चों के साथ नहीं competition कर सकते.
अच्छा.
Like, not about the looks, but
Okay.
just being the favorite teacher. But then being very selective about the students they want to dedicate time to or select them, which was weird. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, Lucky for you,
Yeah.
I think
You didn't get nice friends.
No, I think
Now you have one, Crystal.
okay, now I have the best friends.
Yeah. Women for women.
But as a kid again growing up, I struggled with friendships. I don't know what it was about friendships. That was the one thing that I couldn't really lock down.
Hmm.
I had friends, and whoever were friends with me at that point of time, we were good friends
No.
at that time. But did they last? Not really. I think the only set of friends from my childhood that I still talk to is a small, tiny group of a much larger group that was there at that point, um, of these guys who I made friends with around the end, like the beginning of end of my 11th, 12th,
Yeah, yeah.
and they
They are
carried,
good, like
yeah,
for me as well. Yeah.
and they carried forward with me to my
Graduation. Yeah.
because my 11th, 12th, and my graduation schools were like adjacent to each other.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so the same set, almost the same set of people, moved from one to the other.
Ah, okay.
So-
That's why.
Yeah, we maintain the friendships then. So I think those guys are still maybe the only set of people that I'm still friends with as like an adult right now.
Hmm.
And I think they made life quite nice then. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if I would ever want to go back to college. Maybe if I did like a nice master's degree now with this 30-year-old personality, maybe, yeah,
Yeah.
I would enjoy it. But I don't know. I think
Maybe you should come to my college.
I think I missed out. I think I missed out.
No, it was not that fun. Also,
But oh my god, this
I don't want to study anymore. Oh, another part of growing up that I like is you have to study,
You have
like
to study, yeah,
but not like giving exams.
yeah, not like the ones in school.
Yeah, you don't have a quarterly exam coming with a report card. There's a boss, yes,
Yes, there's a boss that does check your.
but you can always switch.
Be like, bye.
Bye bye.
I don't need you.
Yeah. I think this school section can be a big one, right?
Yeah.
We should do another one on this.
I think there's a lot of pain, there's a lot of fun, there's a lot of like in between. Yeah.
A lot of advice also. But one thing that I will take from your conversation and what I think will work for you guys also is first thing is be communicate. Like you have to tell if you are getting bullied and
Yeah.
or you have to communicate about the things you want to do in school.
Yeah. Don't be scared about that.
Yeah, like that's one good thing that and also the second very interesting thing from your conversation is try and explore as much as you can, like,
Yeah.
do sports, do dance, do music,
Do anything and everything.
do debates and everything, like then only you will know that what fits
Yeah.
for you.
Don't be afraid. Like, I mean, there's so much of fear, that you put on yourself.
Yeah.
And it's half the time just in your head. There's no real basis to it at all.
No.
It's just some made up in your mind.
True.
So just
And then there will be a lot of
unafraid.
regrets, like I have, like maybe I also didn't push enough after a point out, when to explore.
If you didn't have like people around you pushing you, then you're also like, should I
It's
really?
okay. Pad lo, exam pass kar lo. It gets better, yes. Yeah, that was my third takeaway. It gets better,
It
guys.
gets better.
Okay, so we can jump into the next section,
Okay.
which is like a bingo.
Okay.
We will play a small bingo thing with you. And bingo, if you guys have not played, it's a game. I will ask Crystal few things or few activities, and she will say bingo every time she has done that activity in her
Okay.
life.
Okay.
Okay. And this is also, and then if you have some stories around it, you can just let us know.
Done.
Okay. So going with the first square is now.
Hmm.
Do you own a house?
No.
Do you want to own a house?
Yes. I mean, if you think about it, I partly own a house. So,
Yeah, you do. Yeah,
yeah, I do partly own a house. My brother and myself have like gone in like half on a
go
house.
a
Yeah,
house.
for
Yeah,
my
okay.
mom.
Yeah.
So yeah, I partly own a house.
And growing up, you wanted one?
Yeah. I lived in a small but lovely little apartment that was fairly old when I was born. So so you can imagine, yeah, it was an aspiration to have a house of my own. Yeah,
Same.
something better.
I don't own one, but I always wanted one. So let's say.
Fingers crossed.
And then, okay, so the other one is know
Mm-hmm.
how to fold a fitted sheet, like a bed sheet.
Yes.
Oh wow,
I
Crystal,
I
yeah,
I think I have
mastered it.
yeah, I think it's the little OCD in me, the little compulsive behavior that just wants things to fit properly in the little cupboard space that you
Yeah,
own.
yeah.
So,
Living an apartment life,
rent life.
rent life. Yeah, true.
You need to know how to do that shit. So, I think I watched enough videos to kind of.
You
Yeah,
have to teach me now.
I will, yeah.
I don't know.
We'll figure it out together.
Okay, then there is a okay. Become a plant mom and not kill them.
I mean, I think I could serve 1 2 jail sentences, but but I think I was successful to some extent as being a plant mom.
I'm sitting next to a plant which is about to die, so
See,
I
guys,
suck at it.
it's whoever said that taking care of plants is easy, lied.
No.
It's not that easy. No,
Get a dog.
might be easier.
Yeah, it's easier, and they talk to you.
Or a cat. I love
Or a
cats.
cat also. Yeah, any pet, any pet.
Hmm.
Okay, then there is settled in career.
I mean, I don't think I've settled into a career. I did work for 10 years of my life in one field, and I'm not this about it. I loved working. I loved my job. I loved the people I worked with. I loved the kind of work I did. It felt fulfilling at that time, and I wouldn't take away from those experiences. I liked it.
Mm.
But once I reached a certain space in my life, I was like, "Nahin,
What next?
yeah, I
Yeah.
need to try something else. I can't be one of those complacent corporate people that just like does the same thing every day for the rest of my life. No, I wanted to see. That's the thing. I needed to know if there's a little more that Crystal has to offer.
Oh,
So that's why I took this chance now to figure it out.
Crystal is inspiring, guys. Follow her. Yeah, because that's really nice because you can't do the same thing.
Yeah, and
Even if you like it, like
yeah,
Mhm.
and when you're young, if you don't take that opportunity now, when will you?
True.
Mm.
Now we can. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can when you're older too. Don't get me wrong. But if you have the means, do
Why
it.
not? Yeah. Do it as early as you can actually. If you have the basic
Means, yeah.
means set, then you should start
Have a
as
bit
early
of
as possible.
savings, have a rough idea about what you want. Then
Yeah.
do it. Don't-
Interestingly, my next you said
No. You don't need to have everything figured out. That's what I was just trying to say.
Yeah.
Like, if you have
take
5
risk.
out of the 10 boxes that you have, in your list that you say that, these are the things that make me a successful person or, make the most sense to me. If at least 5 or 4 of them tick off, do it. Take that chance. Just try.
Nice. I was just saying, interestingly, my next question was having savings
Mm.
that don't disappear.
Living in
How much
Bangalore
money do
is
you have, Crystal?
a lot. No, I just
She goes to Dubai to buy Dove Ka moisturizer.
living in Bangalore is not cheap.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
yeah, I mean, I have some money, but let's be honest, money vanishes fast here.
But did you, like, when you were growing up, like, savings was a discussion, or did you expect yourself to be at certain amount when you grow up?
That's the fun thing with my family. They always encourage savings. They spoke very freely about money. My grandmother always spoke about how she was able to give herself and her kids the life that she wanted because she was frugal enough and smart enough to figure out how to save money. Because, like, your question is fair because not many people talk to their kids about how to save money.
Yeah.
And I think as kids, my parents used to like tell me, like, save as much as you can, make FDs, things like that. Make sure that you have like money stored away for a rainy day and things like that. So yeah, I think savings
An
was
important
yeah.
thing. Okay. But like, I
That
know.
doesn't mean though that once I had money of my own, I did not spend it. Obviously, I did.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, growing up, I thought I will, like, have crores in my account and I
yeah,
will become a very rich person and I will show everyone.
yeah.
But that never happened.
I thought I would become this wealthy person
Yeah, very
that
soon.
that gave away apartments to poor people for like 10 rupees.
So sweet.
Yeah, I thought I could like afford to like give apartments to like poor people for like 10 rupees.
Hopefully, you will one day.
Hopefully,
And
guys.
charity starts at home, so I would love to have a apartment for like 10 rupees.
Yes.
Crystal is an
Spots-
angel, guys.
yeah.
Comment in the section if you want that apartment and make Crystal rich to get that apartment.
Yeah. Guys, I don't have unlimited land or anything, so yeah.
Okay, I think the last one is traveled to 10 plus countries. Yeah, Habibi.
I mean, I don't know if I've touched 10. Less than 10. Yeah.
Less than 10.
Yeah.
But then, did you, like, growing up, you wanted to travel?
Oh yeah, I did. This is a very lame lame thing from my past, but my grandma always used to say that as kids we used to have this fascination about going to foreign places and things like that.
Yeah.
But my dream, whenever anybody asks, "Hey Crystal, where do you want to go?" You know what I used to say? I want to go to Bangalore. I used to say
You are living in your dream city.
I'm living my dream city. I used to like I could have picked anywhere. I could have said I want to live in the Antarctic. I could have said I want to live in New Zealand. No, I said
You manifested.
I wanted to live in Bangalore.
But Bangalore is the best city to live in India,
Yeah,
so it's
that's
okay.
true. Yeah,
It is the best.
it is the best.
Unpopular opinion considering today's time, but
I love
I
Bangalore.
love Bangalore.
I love Bangalore too.
I would not shift to any other city.
That's true.
Okay, that was the bingo section, and I think you did pretty well.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so, like, to end this podcast, what will be the, like, last thing to wrap up? What will be this one advice you want to give your younger self? Or not just advice, you can say a message to your younger self.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's anything novel, but something that I think I would say to my younger self is, be a little easier on yourself. Don't be as hard as you were on yourself. There are a lot of people around you who would put you down,
Yeah.
or make you feel bad, and you don't need to be one of them. So be your own cheerleader, be your own support system, your own, woohoo girl, whenever you need it, because it's going to be so hard to find people around you that will give you what you need. But trust me, you have it all in yourself. So yeah, just be chill on yourself. It's okay.
Don't be hard, right?
Yeah, there's no need to the world's not ending. ठीक है,
Nice.
chill है.
Nice.
What would your advice be?
Mine is like little funny, but mine will be very similar to yours. But okay, so you're tall enough. You don't have to clean the fan, so it's okay. You're pretty enough. You're tall enough.
Yeah. You're enough.
You're you just don't have to worry about the basic external features so much growing up, because it gets better after puberty.
You have to go through those awkward years.
Yeah, to be comfortable with yourself, and
Yeah.
you are doing just fine. You will do just fine, because everyone ends up looking pretty only. I don't know.
I've yet to meet a person who hasn't
who's ugly.
Yeah.
I know people who are ugly, but not because of their physical features. It's their black heart. They might be the most pretty people, but stupid.
They are ugly on the inside.
Yeah, that's one thing that I will say, that physical appearance is something that you can focus on once you have done better things in life, like you have focused enough on what you want to be and stuff. And second thing would be like, be less conscious, like you were saying, being comfortable with your own self. Stop comparing, because if sometimes when you're conscious, you don't try a lot of new things,
and you limit yourself.
don't take yourself so seriously.
There's no reason.
No one cares.
No one cares. Yeah, nobody is so invested in you that you think you know.
Because people who want to say good things about you will always be there for you and will say good things about you, and people who want to be like rude or criticize you, so you can have 100 crores in your account, be Miss Universe, they will still criticize you.
Agree.
So yeah, you don't take yourself seriously, not being conscious. And yeah, you're tall enough. 5'1" rocks.
5'1", 5'2" in the house.
Short gullies. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
I think we did nice, and
amazing.
with that cute messages, we can end the podcast for today.
Yeah.
So thank you for listening in, and do let us know, did you like the conversation we had?
Yeah.
I think we have been too honest and authentic.
We've shared a lot of our soul.
TMI ho gaya hamara.
TMI.
But then we have really put in a lot of effort and being open,
Yeah.
vulnerable, basically.
Yeah, because it's not easy, talking in front of a camera, and
We know that this will be posted on a YouTube channel. Right?
yeah. So guys, be kind, be nice.
Yeah, we just send us sweet little messages in the comment box. That will really help us.
Yeah.
And motivate us. Please support the channel as well. Yes. And we will see you next time. And do consider liking to the video if you like it. Comment if you have any constructive criticism. No hates, please. No hates.
We aren't here for the hate.
We like criticism, like constructive criticism, but no hates. And subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time.
All right.
Bye-bye.